So today's the day, the big reveal of the 75's replacement, the 79 with the 1HD FTE. As you would have seen, the 75 went under, so this is now going to be the main ute, the 79. But don't worry, we've still got the 75, it's just going to be more of a side project for a while now. So you'll definitely be seeing the 75, but just not as much of it, bits and pieces here and there. We'll keep you up to date on everything, but this 79 will definitely be the main project. As you can tell, it's come straight off the farm. So I actually bought it off the original owner who had it since he bought it back in 2005, and he's used it on his farm up until now. So it come pretty rough condition. It was dirty, hadn't even been cleaned for the sale pictures or anything. So just a lot of cleaning up to do. Underneath all that dirt and bugs, it was actually in really good condition for its age and hadn't done 420,000 Ks. But that would be mainly because it was spent its life inland and definitely hadn't been to the beach or anything, or even near the coast, because it just spent its life on the farm. So it's mechanically sound, and I was very surprised how much power it actually does have and how smooth they are, especially compared to the 12HT. But I still love the 12HT, but just definitely a big noticeable difference in that. Another great thing is everything's stock, hasn't been tampered with, but the only downside is things like suspension hasn't been changed and everything, but I was going to change all that anyway, so it works out well. Another bonus with being stock, the wiring hasn't been touched at all, which is obviously, everyone knows, a big problem with old Land Cruisers or any old car. You usually got some big spaghetti wiring going onto the bonnet or onto your dash. And yeah, it's just a lot of hard work trying to work out where everything is. But with this, no worries, it's all original. So let's get into it. I'll show you what I have done and what needs to be done. I've already started on a few things. I couldn't help myself, which the first being the snorkel, which I was going to wait, but because the original snorkel it had on it had been all cracked and everywhere, I thought I'd better replace that so I wasn't sucking it straight off the guard. So I replaced it with just a standard safari snorkel. Next thing I did was replace the suspension to get ready for the roadworthy, because obviously the original stuff on it was pretty flogged out. So I went with just getting a full EFS kit, the XRT 2-inch lift. On the to-do list, we'll start up the front. We've got the bull bar, needs to be just pulled off. I'm going to re-weld everything and make it all look nice. Then I'll go get it powder coated and it should look brand new. And also it had a winch on it, which I didn't actually realise until I went there and had a look at it. So that was a bonus. It's a K9 super winch, I never heard of it, but it works well. And being an older winch, it's got a steel cable. So I'll see if in the future I want to change it to a synthetic cable to make it a bit lighter. And then also the aerial, I'm just going to replace them. I'm going to take the ones off the 75 and put them on it. So around the side, it had a set of scrub bars, but they were pretty beaten up and rough looking. So I threw them out and I'm eventually going to replace it with another set. And the side steps are all beaten up, so I've already replaced them. So around the back, it's just got a pretty standard looking steel tray on it. It's got a wooden floor too, which I don't really like. So I'll probably just be replacing it later on. For the rims, it's got the standard split rims with some General Grabber mud tyres with pretty good tread on them, so I'll be keeping them for a while. And still got the standard exhaust too, which I'll be replacing with just a 3-inch straight through exhaust. So you'll be seeing that in the future. So the interior, everything's pretty much the same as the 75s, except you've got the extra 100mm cab space, which me being taller, I'm loving, heaps more comfortable. And yeah, just going to be replacing the head unit with just the same as the touchscreen one I had before, probably. And also, would you look at that, we've got some cup holders too, which if you'd like to get some, you can go check out the link in the description, and also our stickers as well, if you haven't seen them yet. So that's it with the interior, nothing's changed, so no need to go into detail with anything. So you're probably wondering what's the plan for the 79, and this will disappoint a few people, but it's going to keep it simple. Just to prove that you don't need all that unnecessary mods and unessential stuff, which you do get carried away with, especially with things like Instagram, you get a bit brainwashed from that. And yeah, just to prove that you don't need all that stuff to go see Australia and go forward driving and all that. Not exactly sure how I'm going to tackle this, but I'll keep posting videos, so stick around and I'll see you next time.